I guess so. All right. DeJordan Santos versus Ozzy Diaz. I'd have to rewatch the second round, but I know Ozzy Diaz was landing crazy on DeJordan Santos, but I honestly still thought DeJordan Santos got enough damage done in the second round. I believe he was out. Oh, hey, we have the fucking stats right here, buddy. All right, so yeah, in the second round, the significant strikes were pretty neck and neck. Ozzy Diaz up by one or up by two, and he was landing nasty 1-2s. Like this was definitely fight of the night until Fiziev and Gaythje. But yeah, third round he completely wilted. But honestly, he still landed a fair amount of strikes. But I seen Ozzy Diaz kind of melt DeJordan Santos in the third. First round though was competitive, but I was Santos. I mean, it was kind of just a clear Santos round. I remember it being just like extremely decisive for Santos. So I thought Santos got the first and second, but they apparently gave Ozzy Diaz the second and third. So however you feel about that, that's how that went. First pick, I got wrong. Yeah, first fight of the night, I got the pick wrong. And then Myron Santos versus Francis Marshall. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I only watched the first round. And the first round, Marshall won. He won. Let's see the strikes. 18-16 competitive, but... Wait, did he win the first round? Fuck. I don't fucking know. To be honest, I hardly paid attention to this fight. Oh wow, I guess yeah, significant strikes wise, Myron was up, but I don't know. I thought Francis did enough, but I didn't watch the third round. I hardly watched the second round, and I can't even remember what happened in the first round. So I'm not gonna scream robbery. I hardly watched it, and plus I don't care about either of these guys. On to Alex Morono versus Carlos Leal. I mean, my prediction was Alex Morono was a very hard person to be put away, which he is. But Leal is just on enough juice to make up for it. But no, honestly, Alex Morono is just like fucking 500 years old, and Carlos Leal is not 500 years old and on steroids. So he did knock him out in the first round. I got my prediction right. Let me go back to Myron Santos. I got this one right. So I'm 1-1 in picks. But yeah, Alex Morono versus Carlos Leal. Yeah, it was just, it is what it is. Carlos Leal did knock him out in the first round. I predicted Carlos Leal like 30-27, I believe. Or maybe I predicted a second round knockout. I can't remember. But he gets it done. Alex Morono completely wilts at just signs of adversity. But he was throwing back. When he was in the pocket, he was throwing back. He wasn't giving up. He just wasn't intelligently defending himself, which gives Carlos Leal the TKO. Bruno, and then on to Bruno Ferreira versus Armen Petrosyan. Bruno Ferreira wins by second round submission. Armbar. Armen Petrosyan. Dude, it was a great scramble. I'm not gonna lie. It was a great scramble. I thought the first round was competitive. I could have sworn Bruno Ferreira almost knocked him down or did knock him down. No, he didn't get a knockdown, but all right. Petrosyan did outland him. I was kind of just like banking on that first round that Bruno Ferreira did knock him down. Maybe he did. Maybe my memory's just blurry, but he landed a huge strike, which I thought the judges would go in favor of that, but I guess not. Armen Petrosyan. And with Armen Petrosyan's little T-Rex arms, he was able just to outstrike Bruno Ferreira for the majority of the first round. In the second round, though, shit gets crazy. Head to hip, essentially, Bruno Ferreira goes on a fucking double leg takedown, presses him up against the fence. I don't think he gets the takedown, but in an odd way. They end up scrambling on the floor. I haven't rewatched it, so my memory is gonna be blurry in all these fights. But great scramble. Almost has the rear naked, I believe, and then he transitions into a triangle, and then from the triangle he doesn't really latch that up, but instead amps to go for the armbar instead that you have. And there it is. It looks like it hyperextends as well. It looks like Armin Petrosian's arm really just like, maybe not all the way, but he definitely heard a few pops up in there for sure. But yeah, Bruno Ferreira, second round sub. I think I went second round KO, or maybe I went first round KO, but yeah, good on Bruno Ferreira, the tank. And then my goat, my Burmese goat, Joshua Van gets it done. 30-27, domination from Joshua Van. Mini Max Holloway, some call him. Some call him Jerome Van. Some do. I don't, but some do. But yeah, tough for Ray to take this fight on short notice. You could really tell. His gas tank was not there whatsoever. He looked extremely, I don't want to say lethargic, but it just looked like he had nothing to him. He was like definitely a worse version of Tatsuro Taira. Just absolutely no striking, heavy on the grappling. And when the grappling doesn't work, then the non-existent striking really makes itself well known. But let's look at the strikes. 17-6 and 2 takedowns for Ray. Yeah, I mean, every single one of these rounds was just clearly Van wanting to put pedal to the metal and Ray not being able to match that energy and trying to divert it to the ground, which he was able to hold up against Van, up against the fence, which is something I have to address. Like, if he is, like, I mean, I get it. I think he has some wrestling background, and he was 10-0, high prospect. So I get it. He's a tough cookie, but it is something that you don't want to see. Van being blanketed on the fence by a fighter taking this fight on short notice, but he did what he was supposed to do. He got out of those situations. He would just, honestly, he fucking Derek Lewis maxed his way in this fight at times. He would just stand up. At times, he would just stand up. Insanely impressive from Van in some aspects, but technique-wise, not all there. He kind of just out-gridded Ray, kind of just out-muscled him, which is impressive for like somebody who's like, I don't know, 4'3" to do. But yeah, Joshua Van gets all 3 rounds decisively, in my opinion. On to the main event. Bobby Green versus Mauricio Ruffi. I'm wearing my shirt right now, guys. I'm wearing my fucking shirt right now. I kid you not. When this happened, I jumped up out of my seat screaming KO of the century. Like a little girl, I jumped up out of my seat screaming KO of the century. It's one of the... It's not just a wheel kick, right? Because there's... I mean, not many, but there have been wheel kick KOs like fucking... what? I keep on saying Muslim Sadikov, but I don't think that's it. It's... I don't know. It was the guy that fought Song Kanan last year. Was it Muslim Sadikov? I can't remember. But the King of Kung Fu, I know his nickname. I just don't know his name. He got a spinning wheel kick KO. I want to say November of last year against Song Kanan, and that one was impressive, right? Any spinning wheel kick KO is impressive, but the difference between this one is the speed, the flat line, and the lack of follow-up shots is what really makes this this spinning whip kick KO so memorable. Just I hate to say it, but the aura behind it, the standing over him, not following up, knowing he's dead, knowing that Bobby Green is actually fucking dead on the floor. It was just, yeah, it's just it's the aura factor is what is gonna make this KO, you know, a highlight of the decade, essentially, right? Like in 2 years, I don't think anybody's gonna be watching the spinning whip kick KO. What's his name? The King of Kung Fu got over Song Kanan, right? I don't think anybody's gonna be watching that one, but they will be watching Mauricio Rufy spinning whip kick KO Bobby Green into, I don't even want to say the Shadow Realm, just into hell. I don't know, the next life, you know, the next life. It was, let's look at the stats here. It's only one round. This is actually, I was doing some research into this because I thought this was the fastest Bobby Green has ever been finished, because I know in his last fight against Paddy Pimblett was saying, I submitted him 1 second faster than Islam Makhachev submitted him. So it got me curious as to, was this the fastest that Bobby Green had ever been finished in his career? In the UFC, it is. It is the fastest he's ever been finished. But in his career, he got submitted in like 50-something seconds by a toe hold in his, in his regional scene. I'm getting a call right now. I'm gonna pretend you guys don't hear that, and I hope you don't hear that. I'm pretty sure you guys can hear that, but I'm gonna pretend you can't. I have my phone on Do Not Disturb. Just ignore it, please. And if you don't hear it, I'm gonna sound fucking skits. 4 strikes to 4 strikes, but 1 knockdown for Rufy. Actually, I'm gonna end this. I ended it. It was a fucking, I don't know, bro. I called back, and I was just, I've been getting so many people calling me. It's been insane. It's so many calls. Every day I'm getting like at least 10 calls by like I don't want to say scammers, but like just those fucking motherfuckers. Y'all know who I'm talking about. But yeah, Mauricio Rufy gets a knockout of the decade, knockout of the year. I don't see many things coming close to that unless Pereira comes back and absolutely, I don't know, brings a gun into the cage and like shoots Magomed Ankalaev like 4 times point blank in the head. Hold on. I hope this doesn't get demonetized. I'm sorry, guys. I'm still learning here, bro. This is a learning process. There's a learning curve to this YouTube shit, guys. But yeah, knockout of the year, knockout of the decade, knockout of the century. One of the greatest knockouts I've ever witnessed with my own 2 eyes live. Shit was insane. Do y'all want to talk about this? On to Amanda Lemos versus Yasmin Lucinda. Do y'all want to? No, y'all don't. This fight got stopped like 10 seconds before it was actually over. I'm glad it was, because I'm glad that like this, like my entire family, like I watched the fights with my family, my entire family, like collectively, like none of us watched this fight. Not even because it was boring, but we just all like, damn, my bad. We just like, none of us looked at it because who gives a fuck? Amanda Lemos is 400 years old. And Yasmin Lucindo is... Nobody cares. I don't care. You don't care. I mean, for the 2 people who do care. Full fight strikes, 30-40. Yasmin actually up. That's interesting. 3 takedowns to 1. Only 70 strikes were landed in a 15-minute fight. So 12-4. 8-11. 1-3-0, I guess. 10-12. 1-0. 7-0. Damn, she landed all her strikes. So wait. 4 significant. 4 significant strikes. They landed 16 significant strikes in a 15-minute fight. Both of them should be cut. I was shitting onto Jasmine Turner. Jasmine? Onto Jalen Turner versus Ignacio Bahamondes. Yeah, I was actually on the toilet for this fight. I couldn't, it didn't need to come out during this shit break. So I was actually in the bathroom for this. I was watching it on my phone, but yeah, I was like actively taking a fat shit while watching Jalen Turner get his shit beat in. But no, Jalen Turner was holding his own. Hit a nasty combo in the like first 5 seconds of the fight. I believe he kneed Bahamondes like straight in the fucking nose. Because as soon as the fight started, after that exchange, you see that I don't want to say swelling, but like Ignacio Bahamondes' nose and like that general area is all kind of reddened up. But yeah, Jalen Turner held his own in the striking for sure. I forgot how they got to the ground. I think it was like a takedown attempt from Bahamondes that Jalen Turner stuffed, and then Bahamondes then pulls guard, and Jalen Turner goes into it. And then yeah, it's just, I don't want to say a lazy submission attempt, but it did look like, no, honestly, yeah, it was a very no urgency from Turner whatsoever. You see the submission attempt from a mile away. Okay, Turner, Bahamondes doesn't have his legs in the correct position to get the triangle. Like you see him setting it up, but it's not tight or anything. There's still mad space in between his legs. He's not locked up. He's not squeezing at all. Space is still there for Jalen Turner to get out, but he just simply doesn't. It might be because Bahamondes was on, I think, Jalen Turner's right leg. So maybe that's what made it difficult to get out, but almost it was similar to the Andre Philly versus Malik Costa guillotine, in the way that there's just no urgency. There was no urgency to back up. There's no urgency to have resistance to it. It was just, oh, this is a thing and I'm gonna let it happen. Jalen Turner with all this fight experience, I would expect him to see or just know what's going on with that, but he doesn't, or he does and just doesn't try to get out. And yeah, he gets submitted in the first round by a triangle. And yeah, it is what it is. Impressive win from Bahamondes. Who did he call out? Was he the one that called out Beneil Dariush, or is that Mauricio Rufy? I don't know. I guess I'll talk about fights to make later, and I'll actually do that one on my laptop. But yeah, impressive win from Bahamondes. It is and it isn't, because like I was saying, Jalen Turner he's won one fight in the past 3 years. That was against Bobby Green, and this is a Jalen Turner who was considering retirement. And what do we know? Jalen Turner retires. Send him off to the fucking GFL, or keep making fucking skateboarding highlights. I don't know. But whatever Jalen Turner does, I won't be there to watch. But no, Jalen Turner seems like a cool guy. Seems like a cool, chill guy. Seems like a guy that just, took his opportunities as they came. I mean, he's 29. He could do a whole lot of stuff left in his life. This is not the end of his fucking life or anything, but, he tried it out. So props to Jalen Turner. Not everybody is, going at it full force, So props to Jalen Turner. He retires, 29. 14-9, I believe. Or 14-10. Does it say right here? I'll just click on him. 14-9, yeah. Or no, I don't think, might be 14-10 now, who knows. Impressive win against Bahamondes. On to the co-main event. Justin Gaythje versus Rafael Fiziev. I predicted Justin Gaythje to win by 29-28. And he did exactly that. 29-28, Justin Gaythje. How do I say this? We're having a little bit of trouble watching this fight. That's about all I'll say. So I missed the first round and missed 2 minutes of the second round. So I can't really talk too much about what happened in those rounds. Did see that Rafael Fiziev, or I was told that Rafael Fiziev won the first round, and missed like the first. It was like 2 or 3 minutes of the second round. But the parts that we did see, it was getting heated up. Justin Gaythje looked like he was losing in the striking. I have the stats right here. Why am I not pulling up the stats? First round, 17-22 in favor of Fiziev. 2 takedowns for Fiziev. 21 significant strikes to Gaythje's 12 in the first round. So yeah, Fiziev won that first round. But yeah, the second round, it looked like it was close and competitive until Gaythje uncorked the nastiest short uppercut right that I've ever seen. I think he postures with his left hand behind the nape of Fiziev, behind the neck, and just like uncorks that bink, that right hand right on Fiziev's jaw, snaps his head back. Boom, goes down. And then Gaythje, I don't know what it was, but just had one of the, I don't want to say lowest IQ moments, because I mean, there was nothing inherently bad about it, but he could have finished the fight in that sequence. He could have finished it right there in the second round, but he was extremely patient. I'm not even joking, he essentially laid on top of him. He just laid on top of him after knocking him down, landed some of the girliest, I don't want to say girly, landed some of the most weakest, pathetic looking ground and pound shots that I've seen. All 3 of them, right? All 3 of those ground and pound shots were embarrassing. And then he just continued to, lay on him, almost like in a north-south position with Fiziev's head on the floor. I did see in the first round, though, Fiziev was literally laying on Gaythje's head, sitting on Gaythje's head. So maybe it was get back, who knows? But yeah, Gaythje knocks him down in the third. In the second round goes to Gaythje. And just the significant strikes in favor of Gaythje by 3, but that takedowns is what make the difference. In third round, close and competitive, very back and forth. I seen Lucas Tracy said that he thought Fiziev could have got the second round. I don't agree with that much at all, because breaking the fight down minute by minute, if you look at the first minute of the fight, it's Justin Gaythje. If you look at the second minute of the fight, it's Fiziev. Third, fourth, and fifth, Gaythje. Maybe somewhere around like the fourth, you could say, okay, that's Fiziev, but it's still minute-wise 3-2 or 4-1 for Gaythje. He won the majority of the round, and that 1 minute that Fiziev won just wasn't all there. But yeah, 39-30 on significant strikes, 47-42 on total. Good scrap though. Definitely was fight of the night. Definitely was fight of the night. I heard Dana White say he stole it from the first 2 guys. For some reason, I thought he was talking about Diaz and Santos and Marshall, but this was boring as fuck. Yeah, it was really good. But dude, come on. Give these boys 10K, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe not fight at night, but hey, give a, lethargic, dumb shit, shit award. Give it to the boys, it was a good fight. But yeah, Gaythje gets it done as a predicted 29-28. Again, similar to the first round. Similar to the first fight. The only difference being that knockdown in the second. But yeah, almost identical to the first fight. On to the main event. Alex Pereira versus Magomed Ankalaev. As you see, Ankalaev gets it done by... I don't know whether to shit on him first or to give him his props, then shit on him. And I'm trying to decide that right now. Let's go round by round. Or let's look at the fight in general. So, total strikes, 97 to 127. And then significant strikes, 76. Damn, I'm retarded. 76 for Alex to 94 for Magomed. I believe... Alright, hold on. Let's just look at the first round. First round undoubtedly goes to Alex. More active. Hold on. I'm not gonna edit this out. Sorry, my lip has just been fucking bleeding. Like, I woke up, I bit my lip in my sleep, and I woke up, it was just like, my face was just like fucking covered in blood. It was like, I was like in the fucking movie Carrie or something. That shit was fucking wicked. It wasn't that bad. 6-9 on significant strikes. Alex Pereira wins the first round. I just want to say, hold on. All right, my mind's all over the place. 49-46 is a diabolical scorecard. Absolutely diabolical. In no world does Magomed win 4 out of the 5 rounds. Of course, the wrestlers like who's that little pipsqueak that people say is the GOAT of bantamweight division? Who's that little guy? That little 5'2" midget. Dominic Cruz, of course. Dominic Cruz, that fucking wrestling glazer, has it 49-46. Magomed, and then of course Chael Sonnen, also a wrestler, has it also 49-46. Magomed, who also said it was Alex Pereira's best performance that he's ever fought. Maybe in some aspects, but definitely completely disagree with that. Anyways, first round goes to Alex, undoubtedly. Second round undoubtedly goes to Magomed Ankalaev, which hits him with 2 nasty strikes on the chin. It's just, I believe it was a right hand both of the times that completely whips back. Sorry, somebody came in my room. Second round. Yeah, Magomed Ankalaev hits him with 2 nasty shots, but even disregarding those 2 shots, it's a clear round for Magomed Ankalaev. He just completely buckles the legs of Alex Pereira. Extremely impressive from Magomed to get him like that, to catch him in those vulnerable positions. I knew Magomed's shots down the middle were good, but his straight punches, but I don't know, they didn't impress me too much in film. But he really made him work against Alex. Not as much though as glazers like Kenny Okoye was saying though, but good enough. Completely whips Alex Pereira's head back. Third round, an Alex round, undebatedly an Alex round. Magomed does land a good right. He does land a good right, I'm not gonna lie, but Alex landed his own good right. He landed his own good left hook as well, and he landed more leg kicks. He just overall did more. It wasn't by much. But to give Ankalaev this round and the 5th round with not a single judge seeing it Alex's way is honestly, I'm just saying, hey, Turkey Al Sheikh's in charge now, that's all I'm saying, bruh. We've been seeing a lot of him. It's just, it's disrespectful to give that round to Magomed with not a single judge seeing it Alex's way. Absolutely disgusting. 4th round. Whoever says Magomed landed 19 strikes, you're blind. Whoever says, if we're counting shoulder strikes, then sure. But if we're talking about actual proper significant strikes, Magomed Ankalaev did not land 19 strikes. I don't care what anybody says. Live, I swear I saw maybe 3 strikes apiece. 3 strikes apiece. And I'm going to glaze Alex a little bit. I'm going to just say Alex, did more damage with those 3 strikes. But I'll have to watch this 4th round again. I should have watched it before making my fight, as it's the complete next day, so I have no excuse. But fuck you, I didn't want to. Yeah, Magomed presses him up against the fence for probably 4 minutes. And, it's just, you hate to see a belt being won that way. You hate to see a belt change owners from one of the most exciting company men of all time in Alex Pereira to a man who fights once every 2 years. Like, since the Jan Blachowicz fight, and I believe 2022, he's had 3 wins. Yes, he's had 4 fights, but Johnny Walker, no contest, and Johnny Walker, I believe, 1st round KO. And then Rakic, and now Pereira. It's just like, I'm not trying to see, we just went from the belt being defended 4 times in the space of 1 year to now having a champ who fights 1 time once every year. It's just frustrating to see that this kind of 4th round activity be had. I'm not even done with the fight though. Alex Pereira wins the 5th round. He landed the most damaging shot. I know he says he got outstruck, but he landed the most damaging strikes. I thought Alex Pereira won 3-2. And live, I'm not even lying, I thought the 4th round could have gone Alex's way if Alex landed the better shots. We'll have to rewatch it, but if he did land the better shots in the 4th round, that 4th round is Alex's, even though he did get held up against the fence the entire time with nothing being done. No submission attempt, no takedown, nothing happened in the 4th round besides those 3 to 6 strikes. I think Alex won 3-2. I've been getting in a lot of arguments and calling a lot of people brain dead monkeys in Instagram comments because of how just retarded a lot of people are acting, saying we won. All right, bro. Keep glazing, I guess. I guess Magomed Ankalaev doesn't win. It doesn't sting too bad because a lot of people are saying, oh, Alex Pereira can't grapple, Ankalaev domination, Ankalaev, a GOAT. Extremely close fight. Alex Pereira does. Stop calling fence pressing and fence stalling grappling. That is not grappling. People saying, oh, go watch kickboxing, go watch boxing, go watch Muay Thai, this is MMA. Bro, fence pressing has no aspect in MMA. Fence pressing is not a part of grappling. Saying go watch kickboxing, go watch Muay Thai. Bro, I like grappling. I like MMA. I watched Renato Moicano absolutely demolish BSD in grappling. Elbowed his face until it caved in. I enjoy this shit. Fence stalling is not grappling by any stretch of the imagination. And that has to be just... People have to understand that, man. And I can't believe we're switching belts because of somebody stalling on the fence. But let's... Now that we're done talking round by round, I thought Alex won 3-2, but one judge gave it 3-2, and two gave it 3-2, and one of them gave it 4-1. But I do believe Magomed's counter-striking is what made Alex Pereira so hesitant. A lot of people say it was a threat of the takedown. I don't necessarily believe it was all the threat of the takedown. I believe it was mainly his counter striking, which was getting Alex in trouble. You heard Magomed Ankalaev's coach, I believe, after the third round, say, "Stop going first. Let him go first. Let him go." And then you counter. He was telling him to essentially wait it out until Alex goes first, and then telling Magomed to keep going second, that he doesn't need to go first. Because I believe this was after the third round, which Magomed lost. Or at least he should have. So yeah, I believe it was just a slick counter striking of Magomed, which made Alex Pereira so hesitant to even throw leg kicks, to the point he just wasn't throwing his hands at all. People are saying, "Oh, Alex Pereira broke a fist." No, he didn't. Immediately after the fight, he said he's perfectly fine. Immediately after the fight, he said, "Oh, I'm fine. Nothing's wrong. I feel good." So yeah, I mean, it's just the slick counter striking of Magomed was enough. It was enough with the threat, just the constant posing threat of a takedown as well from Magomed. Yeah, but they'll say Dana White was saying, hold on, my burp. Dana White was saying more than likely there's an immediate rematch in the horizon. Look, guys, I mean, I just think it's probably wraps. It's probably wraps. Pereira's 37. He's not getting any younger. By the time they fight, he'll probably be 38. Am I retarded? Where's his birthday at? I guess they don't have his birthday, but yeah. Fighter facts. Yeah, I don't know. Doesn't have his birthday on here, but by the time they fight next, Alex Pereira will probably be 38. And it's just I don't see Magomed losing a rematch. It's an uphill battle for Alex for sure. Magomed is young, he's hungry, 6 years younger, and yeah, man, it's just it's gonna be a tall order. It's gonna be a real tall order to have Pereira win a rematch, looking that essentially scared to engage. You can't look that scared trying to engage. You just simply can't. And that's really what it was. Pereira too docile. Just too nervous, too scared of what's coming back his way, which is usually not what he goes up against. Also, Alex has shit boxing. I called it in my prediction. I said he has a terrible one too, but his overall boxing is just pretty garbage. He's like Izzy. I mean, they're kickboxers, so their simple boxing is not going to be all that well. But yeah, the boxing of Ankalaev was able. The boxing, counter striking, and threat of the takedown is what really dug Pereira's grave. A lot of people are saying, "Oh wow, Ankalaev beat Pereira in his own game." He didn't. He really didn't. He's a better counter striker. That's for sure. He's a way better counter striker. He made Alex not want to go first, and when Alex Pereira goes second, I guess it's not that good for him. But I do believe Alex did do enough to win the first, third, and fifth. Anybody saying 4-1 or domination by Ankalaev is retarded. And DC, get him off the mic, man. Get him off the mic. I absolutely hate DC. I hate DC more than I hate Joe Rogan, which is a turn because I used to hate Joe Rogan a lot, but I hate DC, man. I really hate him just yapping. His dumb, stupid yapping, man. I think it's 3-1, guys. Stuffing his face with fucking like burritos and popcorn. Fuck that guy, bro. Yeah. New champ though, I guess on paper. Magomed Ankalaev. By power of Turkey Al Sheik wins. So now 3 champs. Man, I'm done with this shit, bro. This shit's so fucking dead, corny. So Alex Pereira's still the champ. 3-2. I'm a cope. I'm a cope. But it was an entertaining fight. It wasn't a barn burner or anything. But you know, it was I don't think it was boring. You know, I was really invested in the entire fight, and I thought it was a good. You know, it wasn't a Alex Pereira type fight, but it was good enough to be a main event. You know, but yeah, that was it. Thank you for tuning in to TrashManMMA. Leave a like, leave a comment, and I'll try to do a fights to make in a few hours or a day or two. But thank you for tuning in, listening to me out, and for my shit setup. I promise. Thank you guys. Holy shit, thank you guys for 200 views, bro. That shit was crazy. I was fucking tweaking when I saw that shit. I was like, 200 views? What the fuck? I was going crazy. Sorry, I didn't know I had comments turned off. That's some real lame shit. I didn't know I had that, but it's fixed. So y'all can leave comments. Y'all can like, hey, you know what? If I could get a subscriber or two, bro, you know what I'm saying? That shit be dope. But appreciate y'all. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see y'all next time.